You keep having the same fight. Different topics, same pattern. Money, in-laws, how you spend your time. But the topic is never the whole story. Because the real question isn't what you're fighting about. The real question is what happens when pressure hits? Do you fracture or do you flex? Pressure doesn't change people. It reveals code. Think of people like smartphones. We come into the world with hardware, genetics, our physical makeup. And over time, we install apps, skills, tools, ways of doing things. We learn to communicate, to negotiate, how to manage conflict. But underneath all of that, invisible and always running, is your operating system. Your operating system is your worldview. It's the code that decides what things mean. Meaning is the trigger. Tells your nervous system whether to connect or protect. When your partner's late, when they're quiet, when they disagree, your operating system interprets the signal. And under pressure, it decides fracture or flex. And what almost none of us realize is that you didn't choose this operating system. It was installed for you. Your operating system had two main installers. First, biology. Your nervous system encoded one simple rule. Difference is danger. Rejection is death. A long time ago, this helped humans survive. If your tribe cast you out, you probably didn't make it. So your system learned, make conflict go away fast. But you're not living back then. You're living now with a partner who forgot to text, and your system is treating it like exile. And the second installer was early childhood. The people who raised you taught you how relationships work, not through lectures, through patterns. This is what happens when people disagree. This is what it means when someone is quiet. This is what love looks like under pressure. These patterns became assumptions. And from assumptions, you built beliefs. And here's the part that matters. Most of your automatic responses were written early. Before you had words for what you were feeling, the code running your adult relationship, it was written by a 7-year-old. And 7-year-olds don't write code for connection under pressure. They write code for safety. This isn't therapy language. It's physics. Your early code gets reused when pressure rises. This is why change is so hard. You're not just learning a new skill, you're rewriting automatic pathways that have been running for decades. It's like learning to drive on the other side of the road. Your hands know where the wheel should be. Your eyes know where to look. Every instinct fights you. The operating system is protective, not wise. It kept you safe once. But protection code and connection code aren't the same thing. Let's have a look at what this looks like. James and Rachel have been together for 9 years. So Rachel comes home and she's frustrated from work. And she tells James what's happened. James immediately starts solving. Have you tried talking to your manager? Maybe you could restructure the project. Rachel feels alone in it. I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to listen. So James feels pushed away. I'm trying to help. Rachel shuts down. James feels useless. Both feel alone. This isn't a communication problem. This is two operating systems under pressure. Rachel's operating system, which was installed early in her life, is if I'm being fixed, I'm alone in this. And James's operating system, which is written in his childhood, if I'm not useful, I don't matter. So when pressure hits, they both run their code. Rachel shares because she wants connection, and James solves because he wants to matter. Neither of them chose this loop, and neither of them can see it from while they're inside it. Let's try active listening. Let's use I statements. But the apps aren't the issue. Under pressure, their code makes connection feel risky. So they both protect. And protection looks like distance. Most of us never check our assumptions because they're kind of hidden. So we just keep running the same code and we assume that the problem is out there. But eventually the operating system crashes. Your approach to conflict stops working. Your strategy for connection fails. Your method for being right leaves you all alone. These moments, failure, conflict, pain, they're not punishment, they're signals. Friction is signal. It's a system alert saying the code you're running can't handle the pressure that you're under. Most people ignore the notification. They blame their partner, they blame the situation, they look for a new app. But the unifier stops. They realize you can't run connection on old protection code. Let me show you what changes when you expand capacity. In the same situation, Rachel comes home frustrated. She starts telling James about her day. But this time, James has examined his operating system. He's learned fixing isn't helping. Presence is helping. So instead of solving, he listens. That sounds frustrating. Rachel feels heard. She keeps talking. James feels connected. Same trigger, different code, different outcome. This isn't a tactic. It's not a communication technique. It's an increase in capacity, the ability to stay connected when your body wants to protect. And what most people miss is that James didn't lose himself to make Rachel happy. Rachel didn't shrink to protect James. This is the third way. Not control, not self-erasure. Freedom is the prize. You become more of yourself through connection, not less. The same situation that used to fracture them now creates depth. So here's what I want you to notice. Not what to do, but what to see. And the first question, when pressure hits in your relationship, is what is the automatic response that's running? Not to judge it, not to fix it, just to see it. And the second question, what if the problem isn't your partner's behavior, but the code that you're using to interpret it? Third question, what meaning do you automatically assign that makes connection feel unsafe? If you want different outcomes, you don't just need new skills. You need expanded capacity. Under pressure, some people hunt for a new app, a new tactic, a new argument, a new person to blame. That's fracture. Unifiers look for the frame. They examine their code. They question their automatic responses. They build the capacity to stay connected even when it's hard. The work isn't never fracturing again. The work is noticing sooner and holding connection for longer. Because unifiers understand that the relationship you want doesn't come from better tactics. It comes from the capacity to hold connection under pressure.